Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hero Vision podcast. Tonight, I got myself Hector, also known as CN6, and with me, I got Jazzy.
What up?
And tonight, guys, we are going to be reviewing I won't say like highly anticipated film, man. At least for a
Before
lot of
we
people.
found out what type of movie it was going to be,
Yeah,
it was.
is Joker 2 or AKA Joker Folie a Deux. I think it's like that.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Folie a Deux, which it's French, translate to Madness of Two, which makes sense. But yeah, highly anticipated movie. I guess I was looking forward to it, even despite knowing what it was gonna be like. And it's crazy how we found that out, like back when it was just rumors too, bro. Remember that when it was just the rumors? Yo, I heard like
It's gonna be a musical.
It's gonna be a musical. Well, yes, it is, guys. It is a music. It is. I wouldn't say like a full-on musical, but anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
You guys can listen to us anywhere on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at Heat Ray Vision Podcast or go to heatrayvisionpodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links there. Also, join the Discord. It's going to be top link in the description. Join the Discord, man. Be a part of the community, man. We talk about anything, movies, TV, gaming, gaming news, man, like anything. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into it, dude. Damn.
I guess we
Joker.
should start off with what our thoughts on the first one, because we never really gave our thoughts on the first one.
Yeah.
So I think we should give our thoughts on the first one real quick. The first Joker movie, I think you saw it in theater, but I didn't. It was one of those movies where it was back in the day, man, where like we weren't doing this sort of thing, so I missed out on movies.
Bro, movie came out what, 2019?
Oh yeah, I think so. So yeah, a year out of high school, yeah, there's no way. I was into movies and I would go to the theater a lot, but I wasn't like how we were now. Go ahead. But this is one of those movies where I heard a lot of great things, but I just never went to go and see it. So I think I saw it later when it was like on demand, like on Amazon or whatever the fuck platform I saw it on. But once I saw it, I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, I understand why this motherfucker got nominated for an Oscar. And he won it, right?
Yeah, it was 2019.
He won an Oscar that year, right? Because of this movie?
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Probably.
I could have sworn he did win it because of this movie. But even if he did it or not, I'm pretty sure he got nominated. But, man, the first movie is like, dude, it's a 10 out of 10, in my opinion. The way they're able to show the side of Joker or how he becomes the Joker through like a realistic point of view, if that makes sense. Like the scene that I always go back to where I'm just like, holy fuck, like this is fire.
Yeah, it says right here he won a Academy Award for Best Actor for his role.
Yeah, okay, bet.
As Joker in the 2019 film.
Yeah, bet. He deserved that bitch. But the scene I always go back to in the first movie where I'm just like, this is why he won the award, or like why I think this movie was a 10 out of 10, is a scene where he's sitting with that like psychiatrist lady or the lady that he goes to help with his mental health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That scene where he's like, I'm telling you there's something wrong with me and I need help. And you're like turning me away. You're saying, oh, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you people? I'm just like, holy shit, that is fire as hell, right? That's the scene where I was like, yo, this movie's different. It's different. And then we obviously got this announced, I don't know how long ago, but when I found out it was a musical, my expectations and my hype for it kind of just faded away instantly.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, like, first of all, do we really need a sequel to this movie? And second of all, if you are gonna make a sequel, why the fuck are you making it a musical? Like this, like Joker and a musical, like what the fuck is this? So I didn't have the highest of expectations heading in, or I wasn't hyped in general. I don't know about you. I mean, you said you were looking forward to, so you were kind of looking hyped up, I guess. But to me, it's just like it's one of those where I'm like, I have a feeling I'm just gonna be left like disappointed.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, that's definitely fair, dude. Considering that it did a complete like 180 on like what they're trying to do. I mean, the first Joker, I did see it in theaters, man. I really liked it a lot. I thought it was like, whoa, this is different, man. This is like nothing like I've seen before, in a sense where it's a comic book movie, but it's like super grounded, super grounded, bro. More grounded than the Batman from 2022. And the fact that they were like made these changes to fit the realism was really cool. Like him laughing is actually like his medical condition and shit. I thought that was really cool. And that movie was just beautifully shot. Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. And Todd Phillips at the time, you know, he was doing his thing. And yeah, that movie was just amazing. I think I would give that one a 10 out of 10, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really fucking good. And so when they announced, oh, this movie, I was looking forward to it, right? Until when everyone found out, oh, but the rumors were it's gonna be a musical. At this point, it was super early on that we couldn't, you know, it was one of those things where you just had to take that with a grain of salt, man. Like, you don't really know exactly what's gonna happen. But eventually it was confirmed to be a musical, and then we saw that Lady Gaga was cast to play Harley Quinn. And that's where I started becoming like, all right,
like,
why
what are we
doing this again? Or like, why? What are we doing here, man? Because to be honest with you guys, I'm not really a big fan of musicals. I'm just not really into it. It's not my cup of tea, right? But at the end of the day, man, I was still looking forward to this movie because I'm like, you know what? The first movie was such an amazing movie. What if they're able to execute it properly, man? Maybe I'll like it. You know, maybe I'll fucking like it. And before I say my thoughts, we are going to give a non-spoiler review, and then we will announce when we're going into spoilers. And first thing I can say is, in the very beginning of the movie, even with the musical numbers, I was still intrigued. It did a good job in the very beginning. And as it just progressed, it just, the musical numbers, man, the scenes just felt like they were dragging, and it felt like it was interrupting the actual movie. I don't know how to explain it, man. Like, there'll be some scenes where it's some serious moments and stuff
where it reminds you of the first movie.
Yeah, and then they start busting out singing, and it's kind of like, it just kind of throws you out of it. I mean, I will say there are some scenes in the movie that had to do with the singing and stuff that I actually did enjoy. I'm like, yo, that's actually kind of fire, which I will get into in the spoiler section. But yeah, I mean, I guess let's talk about, okay, before we dive even deeper, I guess we should say, did this what movie meet our expectations? Did it fall short, or
I mean, I was going into this thinking, I'm like, okay, I think it's going to be very mediocre.
Really? You were like, not even a hope, like, you know what, dude, maybe even though it's a musical, maybe it could be fire, man.
No, I didn't really think this movie was going to be good at all. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh wow.
I swear to God, I'm not a musical person at all. But the thing it's like, where it's like makes it hard for me to like judge this movie and really give like a firm stance on it, is that there are parts where this movie, I'm like, it's not just okay, it's not just good, it's not just great. I think it's actually amazing. Like, there's some moments where I'm just like, holy fucking shit. Like, that was like Joaquin Phoenix. Like, dude, you kill it as Joker. Like, you genuinely, like, you own this character so fucking well, and your portrayal of it. But then it just always follows it up with a fucking musical where I'm just like, seems misplaced right here. Like, this one specific one seems very misplaced. Or it'll follow it up with like the story plot at the end. Like the ending, I'm not a fan of the ending whatsoever. Like, I thought it was going to go to a certain direction. I'm like, this movie's very mediocre, but they actually killed the ending. No, the movie's mediocre and the ending made it worse. Which is why I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, no, man. I think I was going to give this like a very mediocre rating, but that ending might have even lowered it for me. So, and it sucks because like those moments where I'm reminded of the first movie, it's like, dude, I can totally see why this movie got mixed reviews, because it is getting mixed reviews. So it just sucks, man. Like, I wanted to go in here and be like, okay, maybe I get proved wrong. I want to get proved wrong.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's actually talk about like a little behind the scenes of what's going on, man. Okay, the first Joker movie, 2019. I don't know if you know this, but that movie made $1 billion.
I did?
It made $1 billion.
Holy shit.
Hell
no wonder they made a Joker too.
Yeah, right? So it made $1 billion, right? Todd Phillips, I'm pretty sure he was going to leave it at that, right? And he didn't have plans to make another movie, right? But he was open to it. But he didn't have plans for it. So my thing is, probably Warner Bros. Was like, oh my God, we just made $1 billion with this.
The budget for this bitch was only 60.
Can we make another $1 billion, Todd Phillips? Are you good? And so this is the part where like, where the corporation is like, maybe, I don't know, convinced them to do it, and maybe Todd Phillips, like, he didn't really give a fuck, so he's like, you know what? I really don't care about this as much. Let me just fuck around. Let's make this a musical, man. Fuck it. And maybe Joaquin Phoenix as well. I mean, I don't know about him. I could have sworn I saw something maybe that he didn't really want to return, but maybe because the only way to get him to return was to do something very
different,
very risky and shit. and turning into a musical, and how the story ends is very risky and very different. And I think that's maybe is what attracted him to, return for the role. And I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where I kind of, even when this movie was like coming out and stuff, I was never in the same boat as other people. Like, oh, I want to see Joker 2. I want to see Joker 2. I always thought that the first Joker was a one and done thing. And I'm like, let's just leave it at that. One and done thing. That's all we need to know. Cool. And I truly think they should have stayed. It should have stayed that way, man. Because I'm gonna be honest, man. The majority of people that gave you the $1 billion, they're not gonna fuck with this, man. I could tell you right now, because this movie is definitely one of those movies that is artsy, artsy fartsy type of shit. Like, it's super artsy.
We're like, guys, you can understand the musicals have a deeper meaning. Have a deeper meaning. Exactly, like, I get the meaning. I get the meaning. I know what the song's trying to tell me.
Yeah.
But it's just not placed one. It doesn't flow with what the story's trying to tell.
It's one of those movies, guys, like that. I mean, it's kind of cringe when I say it. It's like the casuals, right? You're not like us, the real film enthusiasts. You're not like us, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The average Joe, the person that would watch 2 movies a year, the movies that they really want to see. The people that ended up watching the first Joker movie, that loved it, and that helped hit that $1 billion mark, they're gonna go see this movie expecting something similar to that. And to be honest, bro, I saw this. They're gonna get a taste X, of bro. It. I saw this on X. No joke. People were like, didn't know that it was a musical, bro.
What, for real?
Exactly. I'm telling you, bro. People just don't know. They're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna just go watch this because it's fucking Joker 2. And that's the truth, man. This is one of those artsy films. This is one of those things where you might have to be you have to be like some type of film enthusiast, some cinephile, to at least appreciate some things. But even then, even if you are those things, you are still most likely you guys are still going to catch the flaws, and you still most likely will not like it as much. I mean, if we're going to be honest, objectively speaking, dude, this movie and was directed, and the cinematography was absolutely like outstanding. Like it was beautiful, bro. The colors look great. Obviously the acting as well was also really great, which I was surprised by Lady Gaga. I don't know, bro. Lady Gaga, I just know her as a singer. I have never seen her in any other movie.
She was in another movie that was
she? I'm assuming
A Star Is Born. I'm pretty sure that's what the movie's called, and I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure she won an Oscar for that one, that movie won Oscars. Okay, all right. So don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure that movie did well. Yeah, and that's where she kind of got like her. From what I know, my knowledge, that's where she got like her jump in terms of acting.
Oh, okay.
So I knew she could act because she was in that, and I seen highlights of the film, and I'm like, oh crap, she can't fucking act.
Okay.
Well, so I wasn't nervous about her in this film.
I got you. I personally, I did not know at all. Yeah. I just knew her as a singer.
No, so I'm like, a lot of people do, man. But she's more known as a singer than an actor, man.
I was gonna say it makes more sense because not only is she a singer, and it ties into the musical that
it's funny but
she's also a good actor.
In that movie, it's like a singing movie too, not like a musical, but it's about like being a star and an artist. So it makes sense. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was surprised by that. So the performances were great, man. That's all I gotta say. The acting was great. The visuals and the cinematography was actually great. And I want to say, bro, like the first maybe like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I thought it was great. But it just slowly started to decline. And even though that this is a like musical, I don't know. The thing is, I can't necessarily critique it in a sense where, is it a great musical? Is it a good musical? Because I don't watch musicals, bro. So I can't tell. I can only say personally is
how it made me feel when I was watching it with the Joker.
Personally, bro, I just thought that the musical scenes and numbers, I feel like it just ruins certain moments.
It's off-putting.
Bro. There are some moments where I thought it was actually cool and fire. Okay, that kind of makes sense and stuff. But it just, I don't know. I fell off sometimes, bro. I felt like it would drag sometimes. And but those are the good things, right? And I guess another negative that I guess I realized is they don't necessarily expand that much with Joker's like story overall. Like it's kind of the same shit that we've been dealing with in the first movie, where he's like finding who he is and like, oh, he's realizing I'm this, I'm that. Like there's more to me. And then by the end. But during the film, it's him again trying to find that mix of like who's the Joker? Who is that? Is that me? Like, I don't know. It just seems like something that we've seen before already in the first movie, and also the court drama stuff. Obviously, we all know this is not necessarily spoilers because we see this in the trailer. Is that this movie takes place right after the first Joker, and he's obviously going to trial because of the murders he's done and killing that famous talk show host. And the whole drama court scene, I guess, Mario, I personally thought was like kind of dragging and it wasn't really going anywhere. Besides, there was one scene that, or I guess maybe two, that I liked from it, and I can't really go in depth. But overall, man, pair that with, man, the fucking ending. It just this is like, it's like almost like Todd Phillips was like, man, fuck y'all. I didn't even want to make this movie in the first place.
I'm only here for the bag.
Exactly. I didn't want to make this movie in the first place, but these motherfuckers are forcing me. So fuck it. I'm gonna just do my thing, and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. And that's what it feels like, bro. Is that the Todd Phillips and the people, I guess, were making this movie. I mean, I guess I can only blame on Todd Phillips. I'm not sure if he also directed and wrote the screenplay. But point is, man, it just felt like there was no love for the fans in this shit. Like nothing.
Yep.
It's like they didn't give a fuck. It's like, hey, I'm just here for the bag, whatever. And ironically enough, we're recording this on a Saturday. On release day, Thursday and Friday night, Mario, they only made
not a lot.
Nah, bro.
Wow.
They only made 20 million domestically.
Wow.
Right? They only made 20 million domestically, and their budget was 200 million. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know for a fact
for the screenplay, it was Todd Phillips and Scott Silver.
Okay,
someone else.
Scott Silver, man, or Todd Phillips, bro. Come on, man. Why, man? I don't know. This should be called Joker. The joke's on you. Like Joker, the last laugh. Joker. We get the last laugh. The corporate gets last laugh. Like it's like I don't know.
Joker, we played you
for real. Like. Like it's just, dude, and some things that happen in this movie I just don't agree with, man, and it sucks because the first movie was so fucking great, and I think that this movie just kind of ruined it, dude. And to be honest with you,
it's a stain on the first movie
for sure. And I'm gonna be real, man, we didn't really need the fucking musical shit.
We didn't,
because the very beginning of the movie, I would say like even half, the story itself and the way things are going is actually fucking solid, and I actually like it. And I'm invested. I'm like, holy shit, this is actually okay.
The beginning is fire, bro. I was watching because obviously I heard reviews. I'm like, damn, this is really, it's mixed, but I'm seeing more negative than positive.
Yeah.
But as I'm watching the beginning, I'm just like, this is amazing. Like, why are people shitting on this shit? Like, when does the musical kick in? Because the musical doesn't kick in until like for fairly decent time into the movie. But like once you get into it, it's like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see it now.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm really disappointed. Like, it's probably one of my most disappointing films of the year, for sure. I just was not expecting how things would play out. And honestly, dude, truthfully, it just feels like it's just wasted potential, man.
Yeah.
I feel like there was so much potential in this movie that what they could have done to really make it as equal as the first one, and even expand on it some more, man. Because if we're gonna be honest, man, there's not a lot that they really expanded on, bro. It was just...
and because of that, the pacing of this movie, for me, bro, this 2 hour, it was 2 hours, right?
It was 2 hours and like 19 minutes or something.
Like, dude, this felt like a 3 hour movie to me. I'm not even fucking, because I feel like the musicals legit dragged it on.
I'm telling you, it felt dragged.
I'm just like, bro, I'm like, yo, like, I'm over here. We saw this movie at 11 in the morning. I'm over thinking, I'm like, bro, is it 5 o'clock? Like what the fuck is this shit? Like, dude, it just felt long, and it's not a good slow burn. Like, the moment you're invested, it like time flies. But when it's like when you're not invested, it's like, dude, like I want the musical to end.
And I just hate that they're like there's certain scenes, Mario, where like it's actually good. Like,
it's fire, like it's amazing.
Like, okay, and then all of a sudden they start singing and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, right. Like, what the hell?
Like, bro, come on, man.
It's like, okay, like I fuck with the singing, but we don't need this, bro. I don't know, man. It's just. It's not for us, man. I mean, here's the thing. If you guys like musicals, I mean, maybe you guys will like this. Or like I said, it's really hard for us to judge a musical or a movie that has so many musical numbers when we don't really dive into that realm. That's not ours.
That's not us, shit, man.
But outside of the musicals, everything else, like from the beginning, was actually solid until it just started snowballing downhill where, okay, what the fuck is happening? Oh no, why did this happen? And it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, man. And especially the way the movie ends, man. The way the movie ends, it's just, I don't know, dude. I think it's just spit in the face of the first movie. It's just like, we just got to pretend this movie didn't exist, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to really necessarily say, bro. To keep it non-spoiler, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, okay, the positives, right, is obviously the acting.
Yeah.
The acting, the performances,
everybody involved
are fucking amazing. Joaquin Phoenix is a scene stealer, bro. Like he does his job. He's doing his job as the Joker, and like his scenes, fucking phenomenal, bro. Oscar worthy acting in this movie for sure. The visuals and the cinematography in this film, outstanding, bro. There's some scenes where like, whoa, this shit looks fucking amazing. Like this looks amazing, right? Even the colors that they use and stuff is really fucking great. I'm telling you, the only negative that I have for this movie, bro, is the way where the story doesn't expand as much, and it kind of feels the same as like the first one, and where it goes downhill, where they take the story in a certain direction, and it's just bad. I don't know how to explain it, man. I just don't like it at all. And another thing too, even though Lady Gaga was her acting was really superb, maybe this is just me, I didn't necessarily buy the whole relationship thing between them. You know, I just thought it was like, okay, it just happened really quickly. I guess it kind of makes sense for him because he's been alone all this time. He's one of those, he developed feelings really quickly. But I don't know, I just didn't necessarily buy the connection when they had the connection, right? So I just didn't buy it either. What else was another? The musical numbers, even though some were actually pretty cool that I enjoyed, which I'll point out in the spoiler section, I want to say most of them were just kind of unnecessary. Not really. Some of them were just out of place. They felt like it dragged, and it just made the movie a lot more. I guess how to explain it. It just made the movie drag a bit more, bro. And I don't know. It's just I didn't really want to.
No,
I just didn't care for him, man.
No, I feel you. I know. I definitely agree with the positives. I think the visuals are great. I think the acting was great. I think another negative that I would add on to is just the pacing. This movie has bad pacing because it feels like everything is dragged out way too long, especially when the musicals when I feel like they're misplaced. It's just felt unnecessary, and it's like you just get in a headspace where you're just like, bro, like when is it gonna end? Because like I already figured out the point of this musical before you even started singing. I like there's this one scene where that I love a lot, but then it goes into a musical where it's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like this was such a cool part. But there is one where I do like, where I'm just like, you know what, I like, because it expressed what Joaquin Phoenix character was feeling in that moment. I was like, you know what, I like visually seeing it, even though it's not actually happening. I love visually seeing it. But I don't know, man, to me the pacing was bad. I agree with the ending. I just don't like this ending whatsoever. It's a terrible way to end off this movie, in my opinion. I can't really say much more without spoilers.
Yeah,
I was damn near close. I was like, you know,
I know you were close.
I was like, no, I shouldn't say that because I was
like, oh shit, I might have to edit this bitch out.
Yeah. Fuck, no, I caught myself that time. Yeah. But no, man, acting. I think the brightest spot of this movie is the acting. The acting is by far the brightest thing and the biggest positive. Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga are amazing, and even everyone else. All the side characters are cool. But to me, the biggest thing is the pacing and the ending. I think are the most horrendous fucking thing ever, especially the ending, because the ending it like bumps it down for me a lot in terms of the rating.
It's just, you expected so much more, man. It's just wasted potential, unfortunately, with this movie. And there's not really, like I said it before, man, they don't really expand that much. The courtroom shit felt like a drag. There was no point to it. It's just, I'm just very disappointed, man. I don't know. It's just, I'm really disappointed. Actually, you know what? Wait, we should say this too. I almost forgot. After the movie, there was some kid in front of us. I want to say maybe early high school, maybe freshman, or maybe late middle school. He like gets up, and it was just him.
It was just him, yeah.
Wasn't this bitch rated R though? How the fuck did he get in?
Oh,
is it rated R?
No, halfway through the movie, bro, I saw him sit down. You think he walked in halfway?
Did you?
I saw him walk down. Not walk down, but I saw him sit down.
Oh wow!
And when we were walking up, I don't. He could have been there, but I don't remember him sitting.
I don't remember him either
because we were above him.
Maybe he snuck in.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he snuck in. Who knows? Allegedly in Minecraft. We ain't gonna rat the dude.
Yeah.
No, but So he gets up and he like looks at us. He's like,
immediately,
like, what'd you guys think of the movie? And like I was trying to answer him. He's like, completely shit, man. He's like, complete dog shit. They just ruined the first movie. We did not need a sequel. Blah blah blah. And he like walked off.
Yeah.
And Mario and I were like, oh shit. And hey man, little bro speaking facts, man. I mean, I really truly think that we did not need this sequel, man. Especially the way it turned out. There is so much wasted potential, man, that you could have expanded more on the story.
I think that's like that's just the shit that sucks, and then the shit that bugs you the most is like, bro, it's there.
It's there, man.
There, but you guys are like, it's like you guys purposely held it back with all this other bullshit.
Yeah, and I also did see that Warner Bros. Did not allow test screenings for audience.
Why?
Hey, man, I don't know, bro. Probably because
they knew.
Warner Bros. Knew. Oh shit, maybe. But I feel like that should have been necessary, bro. Because if they actually did do test screenings for like an audience, like not fucking audience like, oh, this film critic from Chicago, whatever, and you have to kiss ass and shit. No, like actual people,
like random folks.
Yeah, like random. Yeah, you feel me? They just get
like
lucky
us,
to watch it.
Like
type.
like
us, right? Warner Bros. After this shit, they ain't gonna want to invite us.
I know.
But maybe that would have helped, right? And maybe they could have changed something, dude. Because it just. I don't know, the wasted potential and the way it just ended, man. It was just, it just hurts, man. And it sucks because if you really love the first movie, man, you're most likely gonna really hate this movie. Yeah. You're not gonna I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're probably gonna hate this movie, dude. The way it just went down. Don't get it twisted, guys. In the very beginning, it is actually fire.
Like you're gonna think, like you're gonna go in there, you're gonna see all the reviews, all the scores, all the big websites they gave. You're like, what? Like they're wrong,
dude. That's what I was thinking. Like, this shit's kind of fire, bro.
I'm like, yo, is it actually exceeding my expectation? I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Like, why are people shitting on this? And then the movie just goes on, and you're just like,
oh, I see.
Oh, they got my ass in the first half.
No, yeah, for sure. And even the first scenes like that involved the singing and shit, I was fucking with it. I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna be in the minority where I actually do fuck with the musical shit in this bitch? But no, it just fell off. Like we said before, it dragged on until it went back up. And there's one scene in particular I was like, oh shit,
I wonder.
That's kind of fire. I'll tell you in the spoiler sections as soon as we get there. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else we could add in the non-spoiler review.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it worth a watch, bro? I mean,
it's worth the movie ticket.
Worth movie? Worth your money? Hard-earned money? I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't think so, man.
Okay.
Especially if you love the first movie, man. I truly think you should not spend $10, man, on this, bro. Just wait till it goes on streaming later.
Yeah, this year, a movie like this is probably gonna. Isn't the first one on Netflix? Or wasn't it on Netflix for a period of time?
Probably, man.
Well, yeah, just wait for it to be on some sort of platform, man. Yeah, it's not worth it.
And keep in mind, guys, like we might have different views, like from you and stuff. If you want to go see it for yourself, like right now, right away, go ahead and let us know what you guys think. But personally, I just think for us, it just wasn't it. I mean, besides the good things that we mentioned, it's just I don't think it's worth the $12 or some shit, regular price.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's worth it, especially if you fucking love the first movie, dude. It's just a slap in the face, dude. The joke's on us, bro.
Yeah,
like that's what it is.
We got played
for real, dude. It's fuck, man.
Nah, man.
I'm just disappointed, man. I'm really disappointed.
It just sucks. I don't know. I mean, you want to get into ratings now?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
And then go into spoilers. Yeah. All right. So, would I watch this animated? Fuck no. Fuck no, I wouldn't watch this animated. Hell no, fuck that shit.
Dude, although spoiler section. I'll say this in the spoiler section because I was gonna say something, but it's kind of spoiler.
All right, but I will not watch this animated. Out of 10, I'm
stuck between 2 right now, man. Not the number 2. But
I was
2 ratings.
Like, damn, I was like, okay.
No, 2 ratings.
I'm like, bro, this is better than Borderlands and Madam Web. What the fuck are you talking about?
That is true. It is
better than those movies.
It is better than those movies.
But out of 10, man, listen, visuals were great, acting was amazing, but pacing was terrible, and the ending really holds it down for me. And overall, I kind of wish, low key, and I don't know if it might be a little bit of a hot take, I kind of wish they did a little bit of a time skip, like maybe like a year or 2.
Interesting.
Because I don't know, I just think I
think it might have been.
Was it a time skip?
Maybe a year or 2 or something.
Year or 2? Okay. If
it was fairly recent because, Yeah, I think it was fairly.
I thought it took off right after like the ending of the first one.
Nah, because
Is
you
there
don't
a
go to
time
trial
skip?
that quick. I mean,
You
I
probably
could
are
check.
right.
I could check right now how long it was.
All right, check. Because if I'm wrong, then I take back what I said. But what's it called? But I'm gonna say the acting was great, the visuals were great, the pacing was terrible, the ending was miserable. That's what really holds it down. What brought the score or what brought the rating down for me. So if I were to give this something out of 10, I mean this is still better than
It
Borderlands.
says there's no time skip.
Okay, so never mind.
Interesting.
After you said that, I could have sworn like after 2 years since the murders, I was like, oh, was there 2 years ago? I remember hearing that line, but I guess not. But this movie.
Oh,
is
never mind. It says there's no time skip, but then here it says that the second movie is set in 1985, and then the first Joker movie was taking place in 1981.
So there was a time skip.
So there was. I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Point is, man, it was fairly recent. It
Yeah.
wasn't like crazy, you know.
But I do think this movie is still better than Borderlands. It's still
Silent
better.
Night.
Better than Silent Night, guaranteed. Oh my god, way better than Silent Night, bro. At least, bro, fucking this movie. The one thing I can see that this movie has and clears those other movies is the acting. Like by far the acting. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My rating, I'm gonna give this bitch. I'm gonna give it a 4. 4. Don't buy a movie ticket. It ain't worth it. In my opinion.
Would you give Silent Night a 3?
I think I did. 3 or 2.
Yeah, for my rating, man, I think. Fuck, dude. That's tough, dude. It's tough because I'm stuck between a 4 and a 5. It's just, it's just unfortunate, man. I think what I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna go with a 5. I think it's a mediocre movie, right? I think it's a mediocre movie. The only reason why I'm giving it a 5 is because I cannot not give credit or discredit. Sorry, I cannot discredit the fact that the acting was amazing, was phenomenal, and that the visual and cinematography was actually phenomenal, and that some parts of the movie was actually fucking fire, like 10 out of 10 in my eyes. But then it gets shut down with unnecessary musical scenes or other shit that they do to the story. That's the only reason why, like, I'm giving that. Like, if the acting was like actually mediocre. And
Or
the visual
just good.
effects,
Or just
if
great.
the acting was
Yeah.
just good and mediocre or whatever, or even if the visual effects and cinematography was actually just like a normal movie that we see, then yeah, I think I'd go with a 4. But because of those two things are just phenomenal and actually like superb, I gotta give them a point extra for those.
All right.
For those 2 points, man. Especially because some parts of the movie was actually fire, like 10 out of 10 in my eyes.
That's why I was debating a 5.
Yeah.
But the ending, I'm just like, no, I don't fuck with the ending. I can't forgive that.
I know, man. I know. But that's the only reason why I think originally I'm thinking of 4, but because of those reasons, I cannot discredit those things, man. It's actually phenomenal. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 5, man. Point blank, have it half in the middle, mediocre movie, and it's just unfortunate that I didn't come out with an 8 at least, man. At least an 8, bro. Come on, man. But no, man, this is it's disappointing, man. But it's for sure better than Madam Web.
Oh yeah,
And Borderlands.
Madam Web is still my worst
Silent Night.
movie.
It's definitely better than Silent
Oh
Night.
yeah, facts. Madam Web is still my
Yeah.
worst movie of the year, dude. Still, I thought Borderlands was gonna get there, but I was like, no, this Borderlands is just a tiny tad bit better than Madam
Was
Web.
it better than Night Swim? What did I give Night Swim? I think I gave 5. I think I
could
gave Night
check.
Swim a 5.
I could check actually.
I think. What about Beekeeper? Can you check that too? I think Beekeeper I gave a 6 or something.
Let's see. Those are January movies, so they're all.
Yeah.
Night Swim, we all gave 5s.
Okay.
Beekeeper, I gave wow. You gave a 6. I'm
I
surprised.
gave a 6. So Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Beekeeper was actually okay, man.
I gave a 6.
for an action film. Yeah.
Damn, no way we watched it. Damn, Argyle was this year?
Argyle was this year. Bro.
Oh my god.
What do we give that one?
7.
We both.
We both
that's
did,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. Beekeeper, it's one of those movies where I might have to rewatch it and see if I change my rating.
I probably would. If I were to rewatch that movie, which I won't, but if I would, I probably would have like, that's bitch a 5.
I don't know what it is, man, but it's super hard, like, fucking reviewing sometimes because you watch the movie. Because the thing is, guys, the way we review shit is we watch the movie and we literally review right after. So we don't get time to, like, prepare and actually think on it and shit. Like, there's been times where my rating has changed because we had actually time to think on it and shit. And whatnot, and I feel like it's very important. I feel one day.
Yeah, I
hopefully-
know. I wish I like if this. if we ever get blessed enough where we can get like there's like a full-time thing, I definitely want like a day or two to like, all right, let me
actually think about it, because
let me think.
Dude, there's moments where like you just get off that high, bro. Like I remember one of those moments was fucking Godzilla, bro. I was off that high, like, yo, that shit was lit, right?
-1. Like,
no. The Godzilla and Kong.
That one, okay.
Because the action, like the amount of action we got and shit, the fight scene, like, yo, that's actually fire. And then when we started like thinking and talking about the plot and everything, like, yeah, you know, right? Yeah, you know what? The characters and the plot, yeah, you know, it wasn't great. It was not great. I was just off the high of like, yo, big ass monsters going crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know
that's what you're there for, but yeah.
No, for sure. But like, that's why I need like, you know, a little bit of time, you know, to actually develop that. So maybe Beekeeper, maybe shit, who knows? Maybe I'll rewatch it and maybe I'll change my rating or something. Maybe at the end of you know what we should do actually? Maybe if we actually do change up our rating, we should probably announce it like in the HRV awards or some shit.
Oh yeah, that would.
We're
be
like,
cool.
Hey guys, like, because we at the time, because we have to go over all the shit that we've seen to rank and stuff. So what we could do is be like, hey, after reviewing our shit that we've seen, here's some changes that we made to certain movies. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
I still gotta make that list. Fuck, we should.
I know, same here, bro.
But yeah. With that being said, guys, Mario gave it a 4. I'm giving this a 5. Who knows? Maybe.
Oh wait, would you get this? Would you collect this?
No.
Steelbook.
Nah, I get the first one though.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah.
The first movie's a steelbook, bro.
Yeah.
Sealed, bro. The first, dude, it's so fire.
I know.
First movie's so fucking fire. But yeah, guys, that's it. So. If based on this review, man, if you guys go watch it or not, I mean, let us know in the comments. What did you guys think? And for those who have watched it and you want to dive into the spoiler sections, just stay tuned. We're actually gonna jump in right now. So we're gonna jump in 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, we are now going into the spoiler territory.
Welcome.
I'm talking so I could give some people
time to click off.
In case you guys
don't panic. Don't panic. We're giving you time.
No, we're gonna give a spoiler right now. All right, but you guys should be okay. You guys should be good. All right, spoilers.
All right. What was that thing you're gonna say? I'll say a joke or whatever the fuck. What? Remember, you're like, I was gonna say something, but it's a spoilers. I'm gonna wait until the spoiler section.
Oh, because you said what I watched is animated.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, I was gonna say I would.
Really?
One up. But listen.
Oh yeah, I know.
The very beginning.
Yeah.
The very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like an animated, like cartoon, like a 90s, 80s type.
Why
of cartoon.
do you think they did that?
I don't know. But
I thought at first they were giving like a quick recap for those who didn't see the first one. I'm like, oh, is this a recap of like?
It kind of was.
Because I saw the stage, and I'm like, oh, is that the dude's like set that where he killed him on? I was like, but
you know what? I think it was a recap. I think it was.
Really? You know what I thought it was? I thought it was because you know how there was that shadow.
Recap, but
you know how there was that shadow in him.
Foreshadowing.
This motherfucker.
No, but it was that.
But you know how the whole thing about the plot was that Joker, his lawyer, was trying to like portray that like, yo, he has that split personality disorder.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was trying to do there.
No, yeah. No, that's what that was.
Oh, okay, bet.
That was. All but right. Also, it kind of like it served its purposes for that, but also I took it as like a little mini recap because, as you can see, he was doing bad shit like the Joker, and then he got placed under arrest, and then what do you know? Once he got arrested in the cartoon, we're in the fucking jail cell. You know what I mean? So it kind of plays both ways. But no, absolutely. I mean, this movie, like I said, it was the way he was trying to beat the trial was because to plead insanity and like split personality. Where like it's the Joker, and then Arthur, and that's what he was battling.
Is that his real name, Joker? Arthur? I don't know.
In the movie, Arthur.
No, in the comics, what's his real name?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. I don't think
he doesn't have a real name.
I don't think that we never. I think there was a point in time where we did not know what his real name was until maybe a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago or something, 2022 or something.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I swear to God, there was a yeah. Look it up. There was a comic. I forgot what it was called. But his Joker's name, Joker's identity was actually revealed for the first time. You could find this.
Let me see.
Yeah, look it up. But as you're doing that, I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So when you said animated, I'm like, yeah, I could watch this animated because the very beginning of the movie, guys, it's like an '80s animated type of thing, like funny cartoon, like aesthetic. And not gonna lie, I was enjoying it, man. I'm like, yo, that's actually kind of funny. Like I like it. You know, if they did something like that, I think that'd be pretty cool. But
All right.
find
It
it?
says in issue 5 of the Flashpoint Beyond, a sequel to the Flashpoint, the universe's version of the Joker. Martha Wayne and the Batman of the universe, Thomas Wayne, are seen arguing over the villain's true identity. Martha reveals that she is forced a psycho pirate, a villain with extensive knowledge of the entire DC universe, to tell her the name of the Joker in the main DC universe. It is then revealed that the Joker's real name is Jack Oswald White.
Yeah. Okay. How long ago was that?
This was posted in 2022.
Demia. Didn't I say it like 2 years ago?
Hell no.
I'm telling you, because the only reason why I know that, I couldn't remember his name, obviously. The only reason why I knew that was because it was a big deal. It's like, obviously, the Joker's bro.
Yeah, one of the biggest villains of all time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes back to what date? Like, I don't know, like super long. And for the first time ever, nobody knew exactly who he was, his name, until, like I said, 2 years ago, they released the comic, and that happened. And people were going crazy. Holy shit, the Joker! We finally know his real name. It's really cool, man. That up until
I was
2
about to
years
say,
ago,
like,
man.
this whole time, I was like, damn, I know him as Joker, but like, what's his real name? Because I mean, because like we know his real name here. I'm like, is that his real name in the comic?
Yeah, no one knows.
Asked you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Until now, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. But
That's
in
crazy.
the movie, his name is Arthur. Arthur Fleck. Was it Fleck?
Flag, some shit.
I think it's Fleck.
I can check.
But that was his name. Okay, so I guess let's talk about. So yeah, guys. Honestly, guys, the movie is just about him trying to find.
Yeah, it's Fleck.
Is it Fleck?
Yeah.
So it's right after the events of what he's doing. He's going through trial. His lawyer's trying to convince him, and I guess
Convince the
he's also
jury.
trying to convince himself that
Yeah.
hey, this isn't you. You have two people. It's the Joker and fucking you're Arthur.
Yep.
What the things that you did last night, or not last night? Sorry, the other nights, all the tragedies,
All those murders?
Yeah, exactly. You caused. That wasn't you. That was a Joker. And at this point, Arthur is like, kind of, he's dealing with that. Like, was that me or was that not me, or am I both? Or what? So he's dealing with that type of shit,
Yeah.
right? And also he's dealing with like the shitty guards and whatnot. And the way this gets introduced to the musical is that there were just as Arthur was trying to meet with his lawyer, the guards are taking him and stuff. They pass by this like, what is it, man? Some musical room.
Well,
like,
yeah, it's a room full of people who are in like some sort
inmates.
of
Weren't they inmates or some
No, these people are like they're psych ward type shit like that, something like that.
Shit. Okay.
And in that room, that's where we get introduced to Lady Gaga's character because she's in that room.
Yeah.
So he's walking by and they make eye contact. Joker walks past the room. Lady Gaga Harley, my bad. Harley walks out of the room. Makes like the gun like with her hand, points it to her head and like pulls the trigger, and then Joker right there. I think right then and there, I think that's where he falls her.
Yeah.
And that's how they get introduced in the movie.
Bro fell quick, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know.
and I get it, man. He's never had anyone. I mean, even there's a musical number where he's singing like very beginning. I finally have someone. You know. And we meet this Harley Quinn, and they finally they're talking and stuff. One of the guards was like, "Hey, I signed up Arthur for that musical thing when we passed by," but reality, it was him that he wanted to do that shit.
Yeah,
so he was
I
just
know.
there. And as they were communicating, we find out that Harley was because he asked her, "Well, what would you do to get in here?" He's like, "Oh, I know who you are. Blah blah blah. I killed 5 people, technically 6. I killed my mother. No one knows that." And he asked the same question to her, and she says, "Well, I set my parents' house on fire or some
Apartment
bullshit.
building.
Yeah, apartment building on fire."
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, this bitch.
She
this
crazy
bitch,
too.
Yeah, she crazy too, and that's where like the bond starts forming and stuff. And I don't know, dude. It's just I feel like I needed to see more, but I guess what kind of bugged me too is what kind of sucks is the fact that she was so infatuated with the Joker,
Not
Arthur. And like I really do, and that's the thing. I do like the theme of that. It's like, oh,
I think the
Arthur,
scene where we find out about it is cool.
Yeah, like Arthur is essentially a nobody, right?
Yeah.
He's like a nobody, and now he's always been a loner. No one's paid attention to him until he became the Joker. So now he's dealing with these 2 different personalities that he has, and he's trying to think, well, am I just faking this or not? Am I actually the Joker, or is this just a fantasy in my head? Like, what the fuck? And that's what he's dealing with. And the trial, obviously, it's just that's basically what it's about. Like, oh.
The trial is basically what is moving the plot forward to an extent.
Yes.
It's that and the
Yes.
relationship between Harley and
Yes.
Joker.
Yeah, because you see them hanging out with each other. They're watching a movie night. She ends up setting the fucking prison on fire.
Oh, yeah,
remember
Arkham.
that?
Arkham. That's where they're. Yeah.
Yeah. She sets up the prison on fire and shit. They're outside. They're singing and stuff, and they're getting away. And actually, we thought about this too, and it kind of confirmed it. It was that everything was in his head, like at least certain set pieces.
Yeah, some.
When he was singing and when Harley was singing, like certain set pieces was obviously in his head, and yeah, so the relationship starts forming, and I don't know, man, I'm just not really buying it as much, and we just see that Harley is like infatuated with him, but just for the Joker for the wrong reasons, and the lawyer is trying to warn Joker, hey man,
She doesn't care about Arthur Fleck.
Exactly.
She cares about Joker.
Exactly, and that's the whole theme, is that at the end of the day, Arthur was a nobody, became someone, but at the end of the day, he's still a nobody.
No one cares about Arthur.
You know what I mean? It's one of those. So I do like that. I like the theme that they were going for, and that's why I say it's like so much wasted potential. But anyway, that happens, and we find out that Harley Quinn is actually just like she was faking it. Like she was like a rich.
Her dad's a doctor. She went to grad school for like a
psychiatrist or something.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure what's in the comics as well.
And so she checked herself in, and she was just to meet him. I mean, to be fair, that is
kind of crazy. Yeah, I know.
That is still crazy. But the fact that she lied, right, and
even
lawyer,
after, because that scene where they were in the, I don't know what you call that place where you get to like talk to people when you have visitors. What's that place called? Well, that place
visiting
where
room, I don't know.
Yeah, oh, visiting room.
Visiting room.
It has to be called that. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess.
But that
I never
scene,
had to visit anybody in prison, bro. I don't know.
But no, that scene where Joker confronts Harley about like, hey, did you lie to me? Like, you're rich. Your dad's a doctor. You went to college. Like, you grew up on the Upper West Side. You're nothing like me. And then Harley, who basically at this point is just trying to encourage Joker to be the Joker, still manages to fucking convince him to do it. Yeah. It wasn't until a certain scene that we'll get to later, but that whole shit, it's just like, damn, bro.
Yeah, so she's kind of like, I want to say she's a villain, bro, but like it's like one of those things where Arthur is like fighting, like, okay, my lawyer is telling me I'm not the Joker. I'm fucking Arthur. And when all those bad things that happened, it was because of the Joker and shit. Meanwhile, you have Harley on the other shoulder, right, saying, you are the Joker. You are the Joker. You should embrace that. Yep. And so he's like in the middle of it, like, what the fuck? Who do I trust? Bro? Like, yeah, like who am I, bro? I'm fucked.
At some point, Harley gets the dub because eventually Arthur does fire his lawyer.
Yeah. That was pretty.
At that point, I thought the movie. This is where I thought that scene where it's like I choose to fire my lawyer. What if I'm like, oh, so this is where the movie's going towards. Okay, I'm like, bet it's gonna go down the road where he embraces the Joker.
Yeah.
And this is like his origin story.
Yes, bro. That's what I was thinking.
I'm like, nice. Like, yes, I kind of like this. I'm like, dude, this is not. Like, I'm just agreeing with the fucking the reviews I'm seeing, the scores I'm seeing. I'm like, bet. But then we just. I guess we should talk about that scene. The one, I mean, you talk about it. The one you caught it on, where you're like, bro, did that just happen to him?
Well, but that was after where he fired her.
Oh, for real?
It was.
That was before.
No, it was because remember he represents himself and he says he says what he has to say.
Oh yeah.
He says what he has to say as a Joker. So he ends up firing the lawyer, saying no, fuck that, because obviously Harley's being the influence, like, hey, you are the Joker, like, embrace it. There's nothing. She says, like, in the movie, he's perfect. There's nothing wrong with him. He's perfect, right? So he ends up doing that. He ends up embracing it. He fires a lawyer, ends up representing himself, and he comes to the courtroom dressed as the Joker with the face paint and everything.
That's crazy.
The judge says, hey, legally speaking, he's a lawyer and he's able to dress how he presents himself, whatever. I don't know if that's actually true. I mean, I guess it might be. I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So he's there with his like his suit, right? He dressed like as the Joker. He looks fire. He looks badass, and he starts representing himself. And we see characters from the previous movie, right? Being so they could do a testament, and they're like the witnesses and stuff. And one of them that we see is. What's his name, bro? I forgot his name. Mr. Puddles.
Puddles, yeah, him.
And it was a short guy.
I love this scene.
Yeah, it was a short guy from the first movie where
He always got bullied.
Yeah, where Arthur, yeah, he always got bullied, but Arthur never bullied him, and then
Yeah.
vice versa, and they were like whatever, and he killed someone in front of him, and he says, "I'm not gonna hurt you because you always been so nice to me," and leaves him. So they end up testifying, and this entire scene, bro, I loved it because I'm like, oh yes, we're getting Joker from the first movie. Not only that, fucking Joaquin Phoenix, bro, he's killing it, bro, and he's like has that Joker persona, that confidence, bro, where he's talking in a different language and he's trying to be funny, and I just love this scene, right? And you could tell, and I love where the scene was kind of like goofy and stuff at first, and then it started becoming serious where you see Mr. Puddle saying, "You didn't ever made fun of me," and like it started.
You were the only one that was ever
Exactly.
nice to me. I used to
Exactly.
not be scared of you, but here you are in front of me,
Yeah.
scared of you. It's like, what do you mean you're scared of me?
Yeah,
I told you I wasn't gonna hurt you.
exactly.
And it's like fuck, and
And-
you get that grounded feeling from the first movie that made. That's because the groundedness is of the writing, of the acting, of the just everything about it is what made that movie really special.
Yeah,
And you get that in like certain parts of this movie of Joker 2. You get it spread out throughout the movie, and that's
Yeah.
the shit that's just fucking mind-boggling to me. It was like, bro, you have it there. It's just you got to get rid of some shit, if that makes sense.
no, for sure. And I guess, you know what? I kind of skipped over this. This is the part I want to. Okay, so we're at this part, right? He's already the Joker. Let me rewind a little bit. So before he ends up firing his lawyer, he has this, you know, like one of his many like imaginations, because I think so. The person testifying is the girl from the apartment building.
Yeah.
Who was like her neighbor and was saying basically like, how he was, and then his lawyer was questioning, well, what did his mother say, and was it the girl or was it the guy first? Remember, because I could have sworn that they were talking about
No,
Arthur's
the first
mom.
thing was Harvey Dent, which I think, by the way, is this the first time we've seen Harvey Dent?
I think so.
So we got this version, this world's Harvey Dent. In
yeah,
this
which
movie.
she's supposed to be Two-Face. But
Yeah, he speaks first. Then I think it's the Joker that goes up next, because at this point he's self-representing himself.
No. I'm talking about the moment where he ends up firing her. Where he ends up firing her.
His lawyer.
Because I forgot who it was. I forgot who was making the testament.
I think it was the person who.
It was the guy or the girl.
No, it was the girl who was making that testament.
And they were talking about the mom, about her mother, and then he just lost it, and he went into the world of, you know, where he's doing...
then it's the girl. Then it's the girl you're talking about.
So he ends up going... So he's feeling a lot of emotions because they're talking about his mother and, like, how abusive and all this type of shit. He ends up going into one of those episodes where he's just imagining shit, and he's, like, in the courtroom dressed as Joker, finally embracing Joker, and he ends up killing people. Remember? And he ends up killing the fucking judge with the what is that called? I forgot what it's called.
I forgot what it's called, but yeah,
The one where it's order. Yeah, there's a specific word for it.
I know there is.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't know.
It's not a gauntlet.
No, it's not a gauntlet.
It starts with a
gauntlet's
G.
like a
It starts with a G. It starts with a gavel.
Yeah, I think it is a gavel. I'm gonna double check though.
Yeah, I think it's a gavel. Let's go.
What?
I think I got that right. Yeah, it might be a gavel.
The judge.
So anyway,
called. It's already gavel. You're right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I knew it started with a G, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was? Okay, a gavel. So that scene where he was like singing and stuff and like and doing that shit.
Yeah.
That's like probably one of the most. That's probably like. I think probably the only one that I really liked.
Dude,
that was a musical.
You know
number.
how I said earlier in the non-spoiler, like there's just one where I really like because he expresses himself.
Yeah.
This is that.
And he
It's the
does-
same one.
yeah, and he does
because
the actions.
he's expressing what he wants to do.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bro, like this fits. This right here fits the
Exactly.
music. Like this fits his
Exactly.
theme. Like this isn't a bad place. Like musical, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Right here is a
Perfect time.
Perfect timely.
And I liked it. It was fire. It was like, oh shit, hell yeah. So anyway, that's how. And then after he gets out of that state, he stands up, and that's where he fires the lawyer. He's like, man, fuck you. And this is where he's embracing to be Joker.
Yep.
Okay, now fast forward back to where he's talking to Mr. Puddles and stuff.
Yep.
He's now embracing the Joker, and he has this mini monologue where saying, nobody knew who I was. Nobody cares about me, whatever. Screw you people. And he's talk shit about the guards. He's like, man, and fuck those fat guards, blah, blah, blah. Like, all this crazy shit. And the guards watching on TV are getting mad. So, after all that happens, well, the guards aren't too happy. And they end up taking him away. And the obviously Arthur's trying to make jokes. He's like laughing and stuff. What's going on? They take him to the
Joker,
bathroom. Yeah, they take him into like a area where it has like a fence, or not a fence, like a fence cage door. I don't know. I don't know. they shut it behind and they lock it, and we're like, oh no, they're about to beat him up, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
They take him to the bathroom. It's like, ah, damn. One of the guards takes a rag and drenches it in water and like rubs it on his face, rubbing off the makeup, saying like, we know who you are. You're Arthur. You're not the Joker. It's like, stop fucking acting. Quit the act, basically.
Yeah.
And Arthur's like, what's going on, man? You don't want to joke, whatever. And we hear the guard saying, take off his clothes and all this crazy shit. And we just get a scene of where they're taking off his clothes and they put him on the ground. And like, I want to say like a shower, like counter. I don't know what that was. Like something was covering the what do you call that? I don't know what you call it, bro.
The shower area, and there's like
a shower, but
there's like a half wall. There.
Yeah, like a half wall there.
So you can only see from like the waist up.
Yeah. So they drop him there, and 2 guards kneel down while the other one is like standing up looking, and you just see him take off the clothes, and we get to another scene. Immediately, another scene where he's being dragged into the hole, which the shoe, like the solitary type of cell, where he's being dragged. And as he's being dragged, we see he doesn't have any pants on, and he has like fresh underwear. And at this moment, man, and like they throw him in the jail cell, and we just see fucking Arthur's like face, like
shocked,
like traumatic, bro. Like he's just out of it. And this is the part where I looked at Mario. I'm like, no fucking way, bro. No way they fucking raped him, bro. I gotta say grape, guys, but
yeah.
I'm like, no way. And Mario's like, what? I didn't catch that. And I tried explaining it to him, like, bro, what? They didn't beat him up. Why would they? Okay, why would they strip him naked to beat him up? Why did they drag him with no pants on and like fresh new underwear? I'm not saying they grape. Okay, sure. I'm not saying like they graped him like penetrate. Like maybe they sexually, you know.
Yeah.
They SA'd him, bro. Or like something, dude. Like clearly they did some shit to him. They graped him, dude. Well, technically, I think that's still grape. If you're being SA'd by something, I think that's still grape.
I think it is, yeah.
But anyway, dude, at that right there, Mario, that's where I was like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. Not only is the shit dragging on and shit, they're doing this to my boy. It's and this is the part where like I just don't understand. It's like
the story takes the story and where it was heading just flips.
It just
entirely
flips.
After this.
It flips entirely after this scene, and he loses the confidence, and he's smacked back into reality, and now he is in the courtroom dressed as Joker, and he says, "Hey, you have a closing statement?" And what was it? Closing statement or something?
Statement, yeah.
And he sits in front of the jury, and he's honest. With Harley Quinn in the fucking courtroom,
front row,
he just says, "I did it. I'm not the Joker. It's me.
I killed all of them. Plus my mom.
Plus my mom. He admits to adding another murder charge.
Yeah.
Plus my mom. You know, it's just it's me. I'm not.
I can't do it. I can't be the Joker. I don't have it within me. And
Saying,
it's like
portraying like it's an act. Like it's an act. This is all fantasy. Blah blah blah.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, what? Like I get it. I get why he's feeling this way.
Yeah.
But to me, where the story was heading is like, this feels unnecessary, and you just fucked up the ending. And now I understand why the scores are so fucking low.
I mean, like, at the same time, I do get it as well. He's still battling that shit.
Yeah.
We know him. Okay, at the end of the day, we know he's Joker and we know he's Arthur. It's just, he just doesn't know. I think it's just super weird that experience of him, you know, getting raped, like, it just switched up, bro. Like, he fucking, like, he's, hey, like, you know what? I'm not Joker. Joker isn't real. It's all fantasy. Yes, I did this. I did that. And while this is happening, Harley just leaves and like is angry and leaves, and so do his supporters. And it just feeds the theme in the story where people don't give a fuck about Arthur, and that's like where I guess I'm gonna be all artsy and shit. That's where the real tragedy is.
No one gives a fuck about it.
Exactly, and that sucks, and I feel that, right? But I just hate that that's what him getting graped, bro. That's what it took, bro. Like, Brody got the Joker graped out of him, bro.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, man. I just don't like how it happened.
Yeah.
Right?
I think there was a better way to do that if you're going to go down
I just don't like the way it happened, man. It's like, okay, whatever. That's that. Okay, hey, that's what happened. So after that, everything's, you know, going back to normal and shit. We get the next court hearing, and this is the final verdict. And during this time, he's trying to call Harley Quinn on the phone saying, hey, like, where you at? Like, I thought we were gonna be together, blah blah blah. And we get a scene.
That's funny as fuck.
What?
What? I thought you were gonna make jokes out of it.
What you mean?
You're like, he's on the phone with Harley Quinn, and you're like, man, I thought we were gonna be together forever, baby. Like, it's you and me.
Like, baby, I thought it was just you and me. Like, I thought it was you and me against
you said we was gonna build that mountain, boy. Like what's up?
Like,
I still want to build that shit with you.
Oh yeah, because I was just thinking we're gonna build a mountain out of a small hill or something.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that scene? There's a scene, I think it was at their hearing, where Harley Quinn like goes up to like
the lawyer,
his lawyer.
Yeah.
It says, "What the fuck? He's perfect. If you're gonna keep making him a fool, he's not gonna blah blah blah." And he says, she starts talking like, we're gonna make a mountain out of a hill.
Yeah.
And then some like background character and the reporter's like, what does that even mean? He's like, what? No, because she says we're gonna build a mountain. The reporter's like, what? And he's like, we're gonna build a mountain out of a small hill. And then Harley Quinn's walking off, all angry. The fucking background character's like, what does that even mean? And that shit was funny. That actually was funny.
No, that phone shit me dying. Cause I really thought you were gonna be like, what's up, baby? Like, it was you and me. Like, they really about to sentence my ass. Like, it's not looking good. Like, I need you here with me, baby. Like, come on.
The joke's on them, babe. What is he talking about?
Jokes on them. They ain't getting my ass. Trust me.
Where's the mountain at?
Yeah.
Get the mountain ready, man.
Oh my god.
We finna do it. No, that is funny. I don't know. I just do that a lot. It's just funny as fuck. I like summarize it in like modern words.
Yeah.
Because that's literally what he. Okay, guys. Obviously, he was being all artsy and fartsy, and this is the part where he actually sang. He was singing.
Yeah.
But he was basically saying, "Hey, like, where were you? Like, where are you?
I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
I can't live without you. Let's build that mountain, whatever." And so as he's singing and like leaving this message, Harley Quinn is there listening to it and puts like a revolver to her head, and then it just cuts away, and we're like, oh shit.
We're left to assume
like she's killing herself, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
And then I forgot to mention. Oh no, I guess we did mention it. Yeah, the reason why Harley Quinn is no longer in jail is because she was never an actual inmate.
She never committed a crime.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming she never committed a
crime.
crime.
I remember you asked that first, like, yo, how the fuck did she get out? I was like, yeah, you're right. And then they later on explain it as to, she came from a rich family, like, she got an education to be a psychiatrist and whatever. So she checked herself in, so she checked herself out, whatever. Anyway, so this is happening, and then she's not there. Joker's there by himself. Not Joker, Arthur. I'm doing it too.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you, Arthur. Nah, JK. he my dog. But anyway, we're back in the court hearing. They're giving the final verdict, and they're saying he's guilty to the first count, guilty to the second count, and then guilty to the third count. And then as he's like, was he laughing at this?
Yes, he was laughing.
He was laughing because obviously that's like that's how he deals with like emotional stress, whatever. He's laughing. One of the, I guess I'm assuming someone that was related to the victims was like, why are you laughing? That was my blah blah blah, and starts like tackling him and shit. And there's like rough housing go around, Malice in the Palace type shit.
Facts.
All of a sudden, boom, crazy ass explosion, bro, in the courthouse. The walls crumbled, everything. It's a crazy explosion, dude. And I remember Mario vividly actually was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain? Do you want to talk about what was going through your head?
Yeah, because like I was enjoying the scene genuinely. I was enjoying the scene because I was like, damn. I was like, he's laughing. The fucking this guy's going crazy. Kind of like, you sick fuck. Why are you laughing? And then all of a sudden, what the fuck? The reason why I said what the fuck, because immediately I'm just like, oh my god, they are gonna go through with it. They're not backing out. Is that they're gonna build his crime world. He's gonna escape. Immediately, I just assumed, right, that someone from like his fan base, because he has supporters, bro. The Joker has supporters.
I thought it was Harley Quinn, man.
Yeah, that's a good guess, right? But I didn't think it was her because we saw her leave.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't think it was her. So I was like, oh my god, like his supporters set him free. And eventually we find out it was his supporters. That it was a car bomb. They put a car bomb. They blew up the wall. They helped him escape and everything. And I'm over here thinking, I'm like, bad. This is how he becomes the Joker this is how he becomes the Joker. This is the beginning of him being a crime boss. You know what I'm saying? But no, as he's leaving, he's in the back of the seat with these two guys that helped him escape. He gets out of the car, right? He leaves willfully on his own 2 feet. He walks out of the fucking car. I'm immediately getting pissed. I'm like, no. You guys are doing it. You guys are fucking making him back out of this shit. I don't know how he ends up there, but he ends up on the stairs from the first movie, the iconic stairs, right? Yeah. Surprise, surprise, Harley's there. It's not.
We don't know how.
We don't know how she's there because the last thing we saw was a gun in her house. We're thinking she offed herself, right?
I guess not.
But no, she's up here on these stairs, right? And they have their last little one-on-one, and it's basically Arthur saying like, "Hey, let's go build that mountain, right? Let's go build that fucking mountain out of nothing, right? And I love you. Let's do it." And this is basically Harley's confirming to him, it's like, you gave up. You don't want to be Joker anymore. I fell in love with Joker. I didn't fall in love with Arthur. So it's basically just carrying on with that theme, like where no one gives a fuck about Arthur.
That's crazy.
And what adds like
no,
salt
and she straight up says it like we were never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like damn.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
And what adds like
bitch, bro.
what adds like salt on the wound, bro, is that as the convo was ending, Harley called the cops on this bitch ass.
At least that's what we assume.
Yeah, because like there's no way the cops know he's there. Yeah, because
after she says that, like after those hurtful things, right, and fucking Arthur got his heart broken.
Yeah.
She ends up walking up the stairs like we were never gonna leave, and then fucking Arthur's just there on the steps, like looking down, like all sad and shit because it's raining, and behind him down the steps, you just see the cop cars pull up and they find him and they take him back to jail.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like, who the fuck? First of all, when he was being helped by his supporters and was in the back seat of the car and he like ran away and shit. That's the scene that we get in the trailer where like we see another Joker chasing him, but that's one of his supporters. Is like, how did he know to go there? Maybe that was just his first instinct.
Yeah.
And then how did Harley know that he was going to be there by then?
I know. That's one of the things where it's like, what?
It was just like, okay, how did that happen? And also it's kind of like, okay, the cops are there too. How do they find him? Or maybe they chased him? Because remember in the trailer scene where like they run over the fucking supporter and shit? Maybe they saw him. And,
it's either that or
but it's just
Harley
crazy timing.
Yeah, I know.
Harley was there as well. It was just...
I know.
And it sucks, man. It definitely sucks.
And it sucks because like they're basically just saying like, nah, man, you're not the real Joker. Or like,
you're
giving up. You're giving up.
I don't like that, man.
I feel like the best way they should have gone is like him fully embracing the Joker.
That would have been cool. That would have been
embrace it. It's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Because that's how... Okay, here's the thing, dude. He was struggling with that in the first movie. That's what I mean by they kept the same shit. In the first movie, he was struggling to do that, and then he finally embraced and took the Joker. In this one, we were exploring that again, and to me, I was like, oh fuck, okay, I get it. But it was just this kind of the same thing, just different setting. But then they settled with, you know what? I'm not the Joker. Fuck it. Like it is what it is. I'm not the Joker. It is what it is. And personally, I don't know. I didn't like that. I kind of wish where he embraced it again, and maybe it starts at where like he just where he just embraces it and it just ends that way, where he's finally free or some shit. And
it'll be cool because like it would be like if he would have embraced the Joker, it's because he fell for Harley's influence.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he doesn't believe he's Joker. Harley made him believe he's Joker, which makes it even more pitiful for him, which makes the story better in my opinion, because like, oh my god, that's kind of hard, because like it's not so much he believed it, Harley helped him believe it. And I think that would have been cool.
And like the fact that Harley only wanted him because of that Joker.
Yeah.
Hey man, these hoes ain't loyal, man. That's all I gotta say, man. These hoes ain't loyal, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy work.
They did my boy Joker like that, man, or my boy Arthur, bro.
Even when you a villain, you ain't winning.
For real, bro.
That's tough.
It is what it is, man.
But no. Here's what makes it even worse. I'm over here thinking that's the end of the movie. I completely forgot the actual end of the movie. End. So that happens, right? We see Joker.
He goes back to jail.
He goes back to the
prison or whatever.
The prison, right? He's there. He's just sitting in the chair watching fucking Looney Tunes. Deadass, I'm not fucking with you. He's watching Looney Tunes. And then all of a sudden, a guard comes up and says, like, Arthur, you have a visitor. And I'm there sitting there. I'm like, who the fuck wants to visit him? Like, what the fuck? Like, he has no one in the world that would visit him. And so he's walking down the hallway. And as he's about to turn the corner to go to the visiting room, that one guy, I don't know his name. He's like his like biggest supporter in the prison, right? That skinny white dude.
It wasn't him. It was someone else.
Really? I thought it was the white dude.
No, I think it was someone else, bro.
What was it?
Because the other skinny dude, he was smaller.
Really? Well, either way, he was his biggest supporter.
Here's the thing: in the beginning of the movie, did you catch it where like they showed him for a while on screen?
They showed him for a while on screen.
In the very beginning of the movie, yeah, they just like after his singing, I think. After his singing, like in his head, and they pan and like he's against the wall with his arms crossed, and they show him for a while, and you can just and bro, we've seen so many movies, right?
Yeah.
That just shows you, it's foreshadowing. He's gonna play a bigger role or something. Something's gonna happen with that guy.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's the guy.
Okay.
That's the dude.
Okay, so this guy, he says like, "Hey, Arthur, wait up." And then he tells him about like, let me tell you a joke. And the Joker's like, oh, is it a quick one? He's like, yeah, it's gonna be quick. And I forgot what it was, but basically the premise of the joke is like, don't meet your idols, or like, you know what I mean, because they'll end up disappointing you. Yeah. And that's basically what this guy ended up saying.
Maybe it was that supporter. I don't know. I can't remember.
Because I remember him being like so quiet. Because that's what they would.
But he was bigger though. Don't you remember when they showed him? He was.
I know
bigger.
what guy you're talking about, but I know for a fact this dude was the guy that was quiet to himself, and the guards. Sure? Yeah, because whenever he acted out, the guards were like, "What the fuck's up with you? Why are you doing that? Like you never do this shit." That's why I thought it was him.
Let us know in the comments. Yeah.
But either way, the premise of the joke was like, Joker, you ended up disappointing me. You're not who I thought you were. And because of that, this guy ends up stabbing Arthur in the stomach, and unfortunately, Arthur dies. And ends up being. Hector pointed this out afterwards. Like, it was a setup. The guard set him up.
Yeah, the guards set
because
him up.
After he was there for a while stabbing him. The guards didn't immediately come.
Yeah.
So that's how you knew it was a setup.
Because the guard was like walking like pretty fast. Like
far ahead.
Usually guards would like walk with you to take you there.
Yeah.
He was walking ahead, and he was like, "Come on, hurry up!" And it was a clear setup, man. And like the joke was, he said, "Oh, I went to a bar and I met this, and I saw the Joker there. I offered him a drink, and he said no, something like that." But the punchline was, "Well, let me help you and get you what you deserve."
Yeah.
And as he says that, he fucking just starts shanking Arthur, bro.
Yep.
Shanking him to the stomach, and Arthur hits the wall, blood and shit. He's on the floor. We see the camera zooming in. He's obviously like losing life. We could see the life going, his soul leaving his body. And in the background, we see that guy like in the background kneeling against the wall, and like what is he doing? Like laughing and like
he's doing like, the Joker laugh.
He's like laughing.
Yeah.
He's like laughing and like cutting his fucking cheeks or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like cutting his cheeks like to a smiley face, and like, what does that tell you?
Mm-hmm.
The Joker. And that's how it ends. And dude, it's one of those things where I hated it, dude, because it's like, oh my god, okay, fine, like Arthur was used. He's still no one cares about him, and he got fucking murdered, bro. He got set up by the guards, and he got raped. Like it's like, oh my god, bro, why are they doing this to my boy, man? I get it, he's not the greatest person, but I just did not like it. And especially his fucking fan or whatever, like cutting himself like to be like the Joker, and it's just
we're left to assume that like, oh my god,
is he the Joker? Yeah, like, is he the actual real Joker? And I don't fuck with that at all, because it's like you're stealing someone else's identity. You met your hero, and I guess he disappointed you. Now you're stealing his identity, and now
you're gonna be what you thought he should have been.
Exactly. Like, oh, I'm gonna replace you and do what you couldn't. Like, fuck you, bitch. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I don't care about that guy. Like,
Todd Phillips, bro. If you listening, bro, I don't care about the speculation. Is that the next Joker? Or I know I saw some people when I was doing like my research on like if he got raped or not or whatever. Because I thought he did, and you were like, I don't know, man. So I had to look it up to confirm it. I saw that apparently people were speculating, like, oh, could it be like the Dark Knight? Could he be the Joker from the Dark Knight or whatever the fuck, And that's pretty. All right, we're good?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, guys, for the quick interruption, man. We had a special guest in the house, Danny, man. Shout out to you, Danny. He just came in. But, okay, real quickly. So I was talking about how I do not... Oh, yeah. When I was doing my research of, like, oh, did he actually get raped and all these different things, I saw people were speculating, oh, could it be, like... Could that guy be fucking Heath Ledger's Joker or some bullshit? People were, like, theorizing that.
Oh, my God.
And it's like... Dude, just drop it.
Get the fuck out of here.
I really don't care, bro.
That's
Why
dumb.
would he do that? Like, it's so stupid. Todd Phillips, bro. Fuck you. I'm not gonna speculate this bullshit. Oh my god, look, he's the real Joker because I killed the joke and now I'm the living joke. I don't know, bro. I'm just making shit up. But I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we got that in the end, because it's like people are gonna start speculating, who is that? Is he the real Joker? And then it just goes to show that the Joker doesn't necessarily have like a well-established origin story in the cinema,
for real,
in a world and shit. Well, in the movie space.
Oh, in the movie. Okay.
Because in the Dark Knight, I believe Heath Ledger doesn't he get asked about his scars and then he doesn't say anything? Like, he just says a story, and like he doesn't necessarily explain his origin.
Yeah, it's something about like his mother or some shit like that.
What?
He says 3 different stories.
I was gonna say, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So Danny clarifies. He says like 3 different stories, so we don't know exactly how the fuck he got those scars. And the last scene here is just kind of goes to show you. It's like, we don't know who the fuck the Joker is and like what's up with him, bro. You never know, right? Because what if there's another movie? He's like, oh, I'm the real Joker and I killed him. But wait, was there another Joker previous to Arthur or something? It's just weird. It just plays onto that little shit, which I don't like, man. I don't like that they did that. I don't know, man. What do you think, Mario? I don't
know. Like, this is where I said where I'm like, I didn't like how how the ending went. I will stand to this day that it should have been him embracing it for the right or wrong reason, whatever you want to go about it. It should have just been him embracing him being the Joker, man. Him starting his like, all right, I have this following, I have this cult following, all these people fuck with me. All right, you guys go do my shit. Let's fucking run this fucking city. Because fuck these people. These people who are good people, but actually they're assholes to people who aren't at their level or whatever the fuck. But it's just disappointing as hell, man, because I really thought this movie was going to be better up until that ending. Whereas, like, it's like, yeah, you're right. The reviews are kind of right about this movie. The ending just completely... It just feels disrespectful to the first movie, man.
Yeah, man.
All that work just gone.
I agree, man. And it's a disappointing... I was disappointed, man. That's all I could say, bro. It was... I did not like that ending, bro. And the whole speculation of him laughing and cutting himself and shit. It's like, bro, fuck you, bro.
Yep. I don't know, man.
Fuck the speculation. You're not Heath Ledger, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't know what they're trying to do, man. And I know, and I think I saw that Todd Phillips. I think he said like, "This is it for me. Like, I'm no longer going to be in the DC universe or something."
Okay, all right.
And no shit, buddy.
You fucked it up.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like he really did not want to do this, man.
Yeah,
I feel like he just got forced, and he said, "Fuck it. Let me just twiddle my fingers, man, and see what I can do."
Let me put this here, this here.
Artsy shit.
Let me set it up to the point where they're gonna. I can guarantee myself they're not gonna ask me for a third one.
Fuck no, bro. Fuck no, man. The reviews are insane for this, man. Good reason, dude. Fucking hell. But yeah, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Thank you guys. I mean, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Let us know. With that being said, thank you guys so much for listening. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.